Good day, guys. Welcome back to the King tutorial class. In today's video, we'll be looking at probability. Probability is a measure or chance of the likelihood of an event happening or not happening. The value of probability always lies between 0 and 1. That means under probability, we have certain conditions like impossible, unlikely, even, likely, and certain. So these are the conditions with which we cannot apply what probability. Now, probability's formula is given to be what? Number of successful outcome over total number of what? Possible outcome. Under probability, I'll quickly be looking at experimental probability, where experimental probability is done by carrying out an experiment or survey. Example 1. In an experiment, a dice is thrown 500 times. The table below shows the outcome. We are given the scores and we are given the frequency. Under which we are told to find the relative frequency of getting A 5, and the multiple of 3. B, find the relative frequency of getting a 3, or to find how many times you would expect to get a 3 if the dice is thrown a total number of what? 2000 times. Now in the solution, relative frequency of getting a 5 would be what? 80 over 500. Why? Because looking at our table, we have the frequency of 5 to be what? 80, and we have total number of times the dice was thrown to be what? 500. That becomes what? 80 over what? 500, which gives us what? 4 over 25. For the second question under question A, what to find what? A multiple of 3. Now, multiple of 3 is like 3 times 1, 3 times 2, 3 times 3, and the rest. So in that case, we'll be having it as what? 3 and 6. So to get the relative frequency of multiple of 3, we'll be adding the frequency of 3 and frequency of 6 together, dividing the total by what? 500. On doing that, we'll have our answer to what? 17 over 50. Big question. Find the relative frequency of getting a 3. In that case, we'll have that what? 88 over what? 500, which leaves the answer to what? 0.176. And for the second question under B, how many times are you going to expect to get a 3 if the dice is thrown a total number of what? 2000 times. In that case, we'll multiply the value of the relative frequency of 3 by what? 2000, leaving the answer to what? 352 times. Example 2. A bag contains red, black, and green identical balls. A ball is picked and replaced. The table below shows the result of 100 trials. Find the experimental probability of picking a green ball. Now, from our table shown below, we have red to be 54, we have black to be 30, and we have green to be what? 16, giving the total to be what? 100. In that case, number of trials will be what? 100. Number of successful trials, that is picking a green ball, is what? 16. Therefore, our experimental probability there in that case is what? 16 over 100, which is now going to be what? 4 over 25.